A common question I get all the time is, should I sell my vehicle or should I trade my vehicle when buying a new car at a dealership? In this video, we're going to answer that question and provide some great tips that I think will help you the next time you find yourself at a car dealership. There are definitely some instances where trading your vehicle just does not make any economical sense. Let's say your vehicle has really high mileage in excess of over 100,000 miles. Or let's say your vehicle is really, really old, over 10 years old. Or your vehicle has mechanical problems, the engine light is on, or there's obvious mechanical issues with the car that are easy to see. And keep in mind, the dealer has mechanics on staff anytime the dealer's open, so they will inspect your car. So don't think you're going to have some mechanical problem hidden from the dealer. The dealer is going to look at your car with a fine tooth comb to see if there's any mechanical problems. In all three of these cases, the dealer has got negotiating power to lowball you on the price they're going to give you for your car. So you're better off selling the car retail if your vehicle falls into any of these categories. If you've decided to now sell your vehicle to a private party instead of trading your vehicle because your vehicle is old, has high miles, or perhaps you think your vehicle is in high demand and one of the cash buying services will give you top dollar for your vehicle. There's nothing wrong with getting a quote from one of the cash buying services that are now available to consumers. Get a quote, see if it is substantially higher than the trade-in value you're going to get at a dealership, or if you think it's going to be easier than selling private party, because selling private party, there are some expenses and there's some risks involved. One is there is a cost of selling to a private party. You're going to need to find a listing service. Other than Craigslist, a lot of them charge money, and Craigslist may not be the best listing service in your local community. Second, you're going to need your car to be clean. So if you get your car detailed, that is an expense you're going to have to incur, or you're going to have to spend hours really getting your car clean. Thirdly, there's risks of fraud selling to a private party. A lot of times people try to buy your vehicle with a money order. We see a lot of cases of bogus money orders being used. You think you're getting a good deal, you deposit that money order, a week later you find out the money order bounced and the person you sold the car to is long gone. So you can also ask for cash instead of a money order, but if it's a very expensive vehicle, there is risk of cash as well. So make sure you pick a secure place for that transaction. I personally, one time when I sold a vehicle, I had the buyer meet me in my local bank branch. I had called the branch manager ahead of time to ask him if I could use his lobby for this transaction. And because I was a customer of the bank, he said yes. I met the seller at the branch. The seller gave me cash. I counted the cash, and then I walked up to the teller, gave the teller the cash, and the teller counted the cash a second time. This also made me comfortable because if any of the bills were counterfeit, the teller would have caught that. Fourth, there is time and effort in selling a vehicle retail. You're going to have to take phone calls. You're going to have to respond to emails and text messages. People are going to come out. They're going to kick your tires. They're going to say, no, I'm not interested. You're going to have to sit through test drives with these individuals. So, unless you're a car person, you're a car buff, and you love talking about car engines and you love to talk about horsepower and number of cylinders and all that stuff, this may not be something you really want to spend time with, something you really want to do. So keep in mind, even though retail prices are almost always higher than trade in prices, there is some cost and effort in selling a vehicle retail. Okay, to determine if selling your vehicle retail or taking a trade is the best offer, the first thing you need to do is get an accurate valuation on your vehicle. There are multiple sites that you can do this on. The ones I recommend are nada.com or kbb.com, kellybluebook.com. These websites allow you to put in your VIN number or your make, model, and model year, and then you're going to get an accurate valuation on your vehicle. And there's two different valuations. You're going to get a retail valuation, you're going to get a trade-in valuation. The trade-in valuation is always lower than the retail valuation. That's expected because the dealer is taking risks of your vehicle sitting on his lot and not selling. The dealer usually has some expense in preparing your car to be sold, and plus the dealer wants to make a modest profit margin when they sell your vehicle retail. So on the left is an example. I used a 2018 Honda Civic. Today in September 2024, the value of a Honda 2018 Honda Civic for retail is $15,810. The trade-in value is $14,810. So the difference is $1,000. Now I know at first glance you may say, well, why would I accept a trade-in when I get $1,000 less for my vehicle? What you need to know is there's tax advantages in all but 3 states when trading a vehicle. The way this works is the dealer will reduce the sales price of the vehicle you're buying by the trade-in amount, which means the taxable amount will be lowered. The average tax rate for selling a vehicle in the United States is 5%. The highest is in Nevada at 8.25%. So your sales tax rate is going to be somewhere between 4 and 8%, which means whatever the value of your trade-in is, your tax will be lowered by that amount. In my example, at 5% times 14,810, that's a tax reduction of $740. If I'm in a state with 8.25% tax rates, 8.25% times 14,810 is $1,200. So depending on which state I'm in, I'm going to be saving $740 to $1,200 from the new car purchase transaction, which in most cases is going to be about a wash. And if it's about a wash, meaning the tax advantage is about the same as the reduction I'm going to get for taking a trade, I might as well take the trade because it's so much easier than trying to sell my car retail. Now, the 3 states that don't offer this tax advantage is California, Hawaii, and Virginia. In those 3 states, if the delta is big, you should probably sell your vehicle retail because you wouldn't want to leave $1,000 on the table. I hope you enjoyed this video on should I sell or trade my vehicle. Remember, there are tax benefits in almost all states in trading a vehicle. So you always want to do the calculation to see if the lower trade value is going to be made up by the tax savings you're going to receive by trading over selling retail. If you decide to sell retail, get a quote from one of the cash offer services. And remember, there is some work and time and effort in selling your car retail, and be careful of fraud. If you like this video, I have 2 more videos on how to negotiate a vehicle and how best to finance a new vehicle. Thank you very much.